Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Already in the background, we got stuff popping off here. I don't know what's going to happen on this show today. It's a crazy one already. It's wild, ladies and gentlemen. But the Knicks take on the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. They're going to try to do that LA sweep. It's going to be a difficult one, no doubt about it. We beat this team, but they're fighting for their playoff lives. They don't want to be in that 7th seed. They want to be in the 6th seed. So this is going to be another battle tonight, but it'll be a good feat. I don't know if this is a goal that you put on, on your goal sheet to sweep LA, but if you can do it, you go up and you do it. All right, it'll be another feat for this team to tackle. They've been doing it all season long. They've been getting back up when they've gotten knocked down. So we'll see if they can, they responded against the Clippers. We'll see if they can continue that energy into tonight versus the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to you. I apologize. The phone lines continue to be down, having an issue with the servers still. I will say this, though. I've set the rules for Isaiah and Kevin. I let them know you can't cut people off. I let them know, no 5-minute long, or at least I let Isaiah know, no 5-minute long stories without a point, right? Get to your point. And you know what? The whole time that I was trying to set these ground rules, they was cutting me off. What are we going to do about it? I don't know. We're going to see if it works, though, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to you. I appreciate you all for being here. Let's get into it.
Did I just say one thing?
See that? I didn't even get to him yet. I was going to start with Big Bubba. Okay, we're going to start. We'll start with Cornerstone.
I was quiet the whole time. I was just quiet the whole time. That's what I had to say. I was quiet the whole time. That's it. That's all I got to say. I was quiet the whole time.
Big Bubba, we're going to start with you. What's up, man?
First of all, man, listen, it's been a little minute, Shout out to happy belated Mother's Day to everybody. Shout out to everybody. I text everybody in the group chat who I like, not Kev. But I'm happy to be back, man. I know it's gonna be a good show today, man. I got my brother Gambo here, big bro Kev, big bro Divine, G-Man, of course you, Sin. Listen, man, I'm excited for tonight, man. Shut up, Gambo, because I know you got something to say. I know your face, bro. Shut up. Anyway, it's gonna be a great game tonight, man. I missed the chat, man. We back, man. And let's get it popping, man. Kev look like a youth pastor.
About 5 or 6 different tangents and one the small hello. G-Man, what's popping with you, bro? Already cut me off. G-Man, what's popping with you, bro?
Hey, Sims, as always, thanks for having me on the panel. Salute to the chat. Salute to the brothers on the panel. Hey, look, business as usual tonight. We're in L.A., right? This is the last game in L.A. We need to show up and show out. Bottom line up front. So I don't care who playing. If LeBron's playing, great. If he's not, great. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So the Lakers going to have to get up to this Knicks energy. Bottom line up front. So I'm looking forward to this win tonight. Bottom line. And especially if I got to stay up late. It's 10 o'clock at night and the game just started.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm old. I need my rest, Sam. You don't understand. I got to get my rest, brother.
Because you go to bed at 8 o'clock, so there you go.
See? What's him say? What's him say about cutting people off? There you go. That little blue gremlin over there, boy. Go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
And the game is on TNT, so it's going to be an extra long halftime. It's supposed to start at 10. It's probably not going to start till 10:15 or something like that. So
yep.
All of that stuff is going to play a part in there. King of the crossover. The cornerstone of the crossover. Kev is in the building. What's up, Kev?
Before you go, I'm going to see how many times you can give your take without saying, Let's go. Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, Kev.
Salute to the chat. Salute to Jabba. Salute to Beard. I can't even pronounce his name. Anyway. What? Salute to Devon. Haven't talked to him in a while. Salute to the protagonist, Mr. Gilmo, and salute to the host, Godfather Sim.
Appreciate you. Hey, Kev, can I just jump in for 1 second?
Yes, sir.
This is for Kev and for Isaiah. Can you guys please get Guillermo's name right? I don't care if it's in the chat. I don't care if we're saying it on video. Just call him Gmo. How about this? How about that? Why don't you just say Gmo? And even when you type it in the group chat, just type Gmo. Isaiah, I don't know what you call him in the group chat. I don't know what you call him in the group chat. So
hold on, yo, Sim, I'm not gonna lie, Sim. You know what's funny? I've known Guillermo probably since like 2017, and even though his name has literally never changed, I don't spell it, and I don't care to spell it. But Guillermo knows who I am when I text him.
We know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'll be texting, yo.
Just don't know about that beard. Yeah, I think we're gonna sweep the Staples Center tonight. I don't know when was the last time that the Knicks, beat the Clippers and the Lakers. At
1996.
96. Okay. Yeah, we. I think we're primed tonight, man. I think Tibbs is gonna have these guys ready. I love the body of work that we put all season. That was a big win against the Clippers. I know everybody was going to write us off with the 6-game road trip. And right now, win or lose, we came out of this road trip at 500. And that's all you was going to ask for. We win this game tonight, it's gravy. We'll come out 4-2. And I'm sure nobody, counted on that. So get this win tonight. It's going to be a long morning tomorrow. But it is what it is. We got to deal with it. So let's go. Yeah.
And I wanted them to be at the very least, 3-3 on this trip. So I wasn't calling for it. Let's just go 3-3. I wanted them to be at least 3-3 on the trip. Would gladly take 4-2. You know what I mean? Gladly take 4-2. Divine, Knicks Real Talk. What's popping, man?
Salute to the panel, man. Salute to the chat. You already know. Tough game tonight. Gonna be a important one with AD back. We beat them last time, without AD. But it's gonna be a tough game. But I think we can go in there and handle our business if we execute the way we're supposed to, but that we did against the Clippers. It's gonna be a tough game, but I'm looking forward to it, man. We can get that one there, stay in that 4th spot, get that home court advantage. I love to see that. But it's gonna be a grind, though. We can't take them cats lightly. That's defending champions over there. They're not like they just a bunch of scrubs over there. Them defending champions. So we gotta go in there and play our A games to them and play like we played against the Clippers, man. I think we got a good chance of walking out of here. I'm staying in that 4th spot, man. Get ready to get them last 3 home games, for the Knicks fans, man. So I'm excited about tonight, man. We need to go in there and make it happen, though. And I think like I said, we bring our defense to the forefront. I think we'd be good. I don't know if Emmanuel Quickly or Alex Burks going to play tonight. Hopefully one of them get back, if not both. But if not, next man up, man. But I think we can go in there and make it happen, though.
Yeah. After we speak with Gmo, I'm gonna take a look at the injury report. Gmo, what's up, man?
Yeah. Just real quick. Last time I checked, they said both those guys. I think Quickly's questionable. Burks is doubtful.
I think it's reversed. I think it's reversed. Yeah.
Reversed. Sorry about that. So that may be a few hours ago. I checked it on. I think it was a CBS. But this game, I'm really interested to see how the Knicks play AD. He had 42 points the other night. He only shot 1 for 5 from the 3-point line. But this guy had 17 free throw attempts. When we talk about playing, how we're going to play elite teams out, granted, the Lakers aren't right now a so-called elite team just because you have LeBron out and AD hasn't been there. But when we talk about how, look, we played Jokic. I want to say the Knicks basically try to shut down AD, a guy who in the Suns game, 42 points in the Suns game, did basically everything by himself. Well, took a lot of the heavy duty against a team that we struggled against. You know what I mean? I want to see how the Knicks come out against him because we're going to see talented, big forward, center type players in somewhere in the playoffs. And, this is another stepping stone for the Knicks. I'm with you, Sim. I'm happy at the Knicks. I didn't think the Knicks were going to do this good in the West. It never crossed my mind. So I'm one of those guys that you mentioned the other day when you said, people say the West, blah, blah. I'll gladly take that. I'm happily surprised, but got to come out and see how we play against AD. Again, the Lakers are the number 2 team regarding the defense in terms of points allowed, number 1 defensive rating. So again, it might be a slug 'em out game when you got Schroeder and AD. So excited to see how Tom Thibodeau game plans against AD tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta finish it off, man. Finish it off. Two bad games,
Yes,
you know, that Denver and bad game, and the Denver and Phoenix game. The Phoenix game ended up being a bad game. The Denver game, I kind of expected. I just don't feel like we match up well with them. Phoenix, I thought we were going to play a lot better. It came down to that fourth quarter. That was terrible. And I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that the Knicks were going to be pressing against the Clippers. I thought that we were going to be a little bit anxious and it was going to play against us and we were going to get blown out. That's what I thought. And, you know, they came out and they were down 10-0. I was like, oh, man. But then, you know, they got back together and got their heads in it and pulled the game out. So that was good. And now it's time to finish it off. But, yeah, it's going to be challenging because adding AD and then you got Andre Drummond, we are really going to have to hit the glass. Right? How tall is AD? 6'10"? 6'11"?
6'11". Yeah.
Right? And then you got Andre Drummond, who's 6'10". You know, you got two big guys down there that I'm afraid can kind of affect Julius Randle if he's playing inside, if he's going outside, if he's got Anthony Davis guarding him. You know, that's still going to be, look, Anthony Davis with Julius Randle. Here's the thing with Julius Randle. If he's playing, if they try to match him up size-wise, he could take the guy down low and score. If they put a big on him, then that big guy has trouble. You know, Julius Randle can take him outside, and that big guy has trouble. Anthony Davis can guard him both ways, right? Anthony Davis can guard him on the perimeter. Anthony Davis can guard him down low. So this is going to be a challenge for Julius Randle. I don't know if he's faced anyone that's going to give him this kind of challenge offensively and defensively yet this season. You know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, go ahead, G-Mo. Then I'll come to you, Isaiah.
Just real quick, also, too, you have to remember this. You know, probably our most underrated signing in years, Derrick Rose. He loves that. Mm-hmm. So if AD is anywhere in that area, you got AD, you got Drummond, too. Drummond, who, you know, had a solid game the other night against the Suns. If you have those guys, anytime, you know, when you bring in Derrick Rose, say late third quarter, I mean, after the first half, right? He comes in late first quarter, second quarter, whatever. But if it's deep in the game and we need those scores by Derrick Rose, I'm not sure how easy it's going to come by. So it's going to be a battle. Like AD is, remember, they had AD on Butler. Remember last year in the playoffs, yes. Butler had that game 5. And It was like, okay, we're going to shut that all down. And they played AD on Butler. And he struggled. So AD, when healthy, is probably one of the most dominant chess pieces in the game. So I'm not saying who's going to win or whatever, but another thing with AD, Randle needs to take a page. If you go back and watch that Suns game, AD was playing, they had him in a post, they had him outside, but a thing that Randle's doing is somebody, I forgot, I think it was Rich Holtzman of the Strickland, he put out like in the last 3 games, Randle's been like really poor or something like that from outside. I forgot what the status was exactly. And I feel, you know, in Randle's progression in terms of becoming an all-around better player, he has to pick his spots better, right? The Pelicans game, he's shooting great from outside, and he forced a whole bunch of shots in the mid-range he was missing. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So yeah. I would love to see Randle start from the inside out and impose his will, just the same way AD draws all those BS fouls with the sweep and all that stuff. I want to see Randle do that too to help control the game, so he's not pressing later on in the game if he comes out with a slow start.
Yeah. And I was speaking with Kev earlier, well, maybe a couple streams ago, and he asked, you know, can Randle get better? And I was like, you know, I don't know if he gets faster or stronger or jumps higher, but it's going to be mental. It's upstairs where he can get better. He can improve his game by, you know, his shot selection, efficiency, understanding time, you know, certain points of the game and things you got to do. He can get better in that way, I think. And I think that's what happens. You know, after a certain point, physically, you don't grow anymore. You don't get faster. You don't get stronger. Now it becomes upstairs. And can what you do mentally and your basketball IQ match what you're able to do physically, and then learn, you know, how to use your speed and power, when to use it, how to use it. Like, that's what Derrick Rose has done that I think has really helped him now. Before, when Rose was younger, and I spoke about this before, it was 100 miles an hour every time he got the ball. Now he knows how to stop and go, turn on the speed when he has to, jump high when he has to. If he doesn't have to jump high, hey, I don't need to jump. Right? Preserving himself, preserving his body. I think Randle's going to have to, that's his next step, like Gmo said, you know, the mental part of the game. Isaiah?
First and foremost, you know, Great show so far, fellas. We got 312 people, but we have less than 75 likes. Please, we got a great cast here today. You know what I'm saying? So can we get the likes up, man? This is a great show so far.
What makes it great? You don't make it great. G-Man don't make it great.
Pastor, please. Take your time. No, man. Great show, but we gotta get these likes up. But Sim, so I mean, good, right? Starting off with this West Coast trip, my the best thing I thought we could do was 3-3. And we got that third win. I really wanted to get that I wanted to get that Phoenix win. I wanted to get that one back, but we all know what happened late third quarter, fourth quarter. We all know what happened. But again, you can't be more proud of these Knicks, man. The goal to be pretty much a worst case scenario, end on 3-3. But I want this win tonight, Sim. We can definitely do it. And it's kind of scary because, Lord have mercy, that Phoenix game, Anthony Davis looked like Anthony Davis. And he's going to be on one. And like you said, this is probably like him and Bam Adebayo are probably the best people to defend Julius Randle. And, we had to face Bam 3 times in a row. So I don't know Julius Randle's numbers against the Bam Adebayo, but I doubt they were pretty that good because we lost all those 3 games. But this is going to be a good test, man. Anthony Davis looked like he's going back to form. Like you said, Randle, he can literally play him, in the perimeter and in the paint. So I think one of the main things we should really try to focus on today is probably try to get some pick and rolls for Randle, get him going against Andre Drummond, try to exploit that matchup as much as we can. And we just gotta hope, man. I think this is gonna be the game where I would probably go 3 bigs. I'll probably go Taj, Noel, and Pele, just to probably match the size a little bit more.
He's gonna have to
because I just think with Anthony Davis and Anthony Davis going back to form, it's gonna unlock Andre Drummond to do the the nitty gritty stuff, the grabbing the ball. He already grabs rebounds, but when Anthony Davis playing like how he's going to play now, I would probably go a little more size this game. But we'll see. But I think we can definitely put it off. I think we definitely can.
You're not saying that Obi won't get any time, right? Right when you say size, I mean, because he's just as tall too,
Well, he's 6'8". Obi's 6'8".
All right.
I get what you're saying, okay? Because where's he play? What does he play? What does Pell play?
I mean, listen, Obi has been playing. Listen, I'll be the first to say I'll be happily that I'm wrong that Obi's been playing better. Like especially these last couple of games, he's been giving great energy. I don't know, Sam. It's kind of hard because it's like I would probably go a little more defense. Just to match the size a little bit more, but that's just me. And I like what Obi's been given, but I think Pele could definitely play a big part in this game tonight. Just for the grab and the rebound sake.
Well, my only thing is
you don't grab rebounds
coming off the bench. Yeah,
who, Pele?
He don't rebound. He's not like a.
But see, Sam. The thing about it is, off the bench they have Montrezl Harrell and who's the Spaniard?
What about Marc Gasol?
Yeah, Gasol. Yeah, Gasol.
Well, he doesn't play.
He doesn't play at all.
Because he doesn't really play like that no more.
Take his minutes. Check his minutes before you come over here and get that look you got in your face right now. Check his minutes.
Yeah, he played 17 minutes.
He played 17 minutes against the Suns.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't think he was getting that much playing time anymore.
All right.
And Drummond had about 10 rebounds. Davis had about 12. Drummond, I saw a nice little assist. He had the foul line. So, I mean, they're probably going to play. It's going to be probably something similar to how we played against the Nuggets, where they come out with size to start out the game. Now, the thing that we didn't do against the Nuggets, especially when Jokic had the ball, we were scared to double team. We only had, I think I counted it as like one legit double team on Jokic.
Yep.
And we basically allowed him to abuse norms as well. So with AD, you have to try to get the ball, especially when it's high up top. Do the same thing they've been doing to Julius Randle, especially the Suns. Double team the crap out of AD high up top and force him to make those passes. Let other guys make plays. Don't sit and let him get those fouls and get guys into foul trouble. Taj is a very good defender, but very touchy, fouls a lot. Norms well does not have the power, the strength to stop a guy like him. And You don't let him dictate the pace. Get the ball of him. That's what happened with the Suns. The Suns said, yo, we're going to make everybody else killers but Julius Randle in that first game. And every time Julius Randle had the ball, straight double team. Go ahead.
Gil, I know it's Lakers, but I got to go back to that Denver conversation with Jokic. Even if we do throw that double team at him, isn't his court vision well enough that he can get the ball out to the open man?
You play the passing lanes, right? So with a guy like Jokic, there's so many passing lanes, right? Who kept cutting to the basket in the Nuggets game? Millsap, Jermichael Green. You knew what they were doing each and every time, right? Let him pass it back out to, say, I know Rivers had 20 something, whatever that game, and I know it's a so-called revenge game, whatever.
Yeah.
In those games, you got to let other guys beat you. Play the passing lanes, get those steals, right? So that you can't sit there and just allow a guy like AD who draws these ticky-tack. He's one of the biggest guys in the NBA, and literally, if you touch him, it's the LeBron James effect. So and AD does not have as good of court vision as Jokic. So again, I'm making if Caruso scores 40 against us tonight or 30. You chop it up and say, hey, Caruso scored against me.
Yeah, and I think a difference between, and one of the reasons why Tom Thibodeau didn't choose to double team Jokic, I think what he was attempting to do is shut down everybody else, and if Jokic got to go for 50, he goes for 50, right? Because Jokic is such a good passer. Anthony Davis isn't the kind of passer that Jokic is. So I think you could still, and the Lakers, he's a good passer. He's not what Jokic is, and the Lakers don't have the same players that the Nuggets have, right? So I'm not as worried that, if you throw a double team at Anthony Davis and he kicks it out, that they're going to be as efficient as the Nuggets are in swinging the ball, hitting that open person or the cutter. So I think it's a little bit, it's a little bit different. Although he's a similar type of player, just not as good at, good passer, but not as good as Jokic. I think that was the strategy with Tom Thibodeau, what he was trying to do. He talked about it in the post game. Someone asked him the question, and he was kind of like, "Yeah, with him it's kind of you pick your poison. You're either gonna try to let him go one-on-one and shut down everybody else, or double team him and see if anybody else, let everybody else get off of his passes." Unfortunately, the Knicks couldn't do either one, so it didn't matter too much because they didn't do either one. Looking at the injury report tonight, and this is from the 1:30 report. For the Los Angeles Lakers, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's probable. Anthony Davis is probable. Jared Dudley is out. Marc Gasol is probable. Taylor Horton Tucker is probable. LeBron is out. Kyle Kuzma, he's probable. And Dennis Schroeder is out. For the Knicks, Alec Burks, he's questionable. Emmanuel Quickley is doubtful. Mitchell Robinson is out. And Luka Vildoza is out. He's not with the team.
What?
Right. So that is the injury report right there. When LeBron James probably heard everybody talking about, he wants to come back just so he can get into this, get into the storyline of the New York Knicks. So he decided he wasn't going to come back, I guess. I don't know. That's what I was saying the other day. I was like, look, LeBron knows what he's doing. He wants to come back and be part of this story. He wants to be the guy that came back and dropped 35, 40 and stopped the Knicks and this and that. But he's not going to be there tonight.
The fish to say Pittsburgh.
He's not going to be there tonight.
And you know what's funny? Sam, is that he literally released a video yesterday, him hopping around. I think he did a TikTok with his family or something. He was hopping around. He looked perfectly fine. So
I mean, that don't mean you're ready to, put a lot of pressure on your ankle just because you're hopping around. There's a big difference between hopping around and then getting out there on the floor and playing 30 minutes and putting pressure on that ankle. Big difference between the two.
Yeah, Jared Todd don't know nothing about that. So
I know Isaiah probably got super ankles, but LeBron don't. All right, so what you can do, Isaiah. What you can do, LeBron can't do.
He got pigeon ankles. That's what he got, pigeon ankles.
First of all, Kev, Pastor, you took the tithe money already. We know you better than you get a new car. First of all, these ankles are good, man. Listen, I go to the gym 5 times out the week, man. It's good, man. I lift like 1,000 pounds on the legs, baby.
Where the receipts? Where the receipts? Where the receipts?
Hold on. Sid,
All right, we're going way off. Nobody wants to see you lift plastic weights. Anyway, here are the lineups, projected lineups for tonight for the New York Knicks. The starting 5: Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel. For the Lakers, most likely it'd be Alex Caruso, KCP, Wesley Matthews, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond. Right, and of course the big matchup there is Julius Randle and Anthony Davis. See what Nerlens Noel can do with Andre Drummond. He's done a good job dealing with some of these guys that are big and strong. He's had more trouble with guys that are skilled than guys that are big and strong. To be honest with you,
right?
Guys like a Jokic that have a lot of skill can push you up, spin, move. Face up against you. He's had trouble with those type of guys. Guys like Andre Drummond, he really hasn't had that much trouble with this season. So we'll see where they go. I know the Knicks are going to have to hit the boards, though. That's going to be big tonight because obviously Anthony Davis and Andre Drummond, those guys can rebound the ball. We're going to need Reggie, RJ, Randall, Payton, Rose, whoever else is coming off the bench to really help out, get back down there and hit the boards and help to rebound tonight. Be a pest down there. You know what I'm saying? Be a pest down there. One of those big guys get a rebound. Wave your hands for a little while. Stop the fast break. One of the things that I like to try to do when I have a small team is when one of those big guys get a rebound. Well, in high school ball, they bring it down. In the NBA, they shouldn't bring it down. But even if you have a guard back there, just to kind of bother them a little bit as they get that rebound to slow down that fast break. The Lakers aren't going to run all over us, but just to be a pest a little bit. Maybe you get a strip here or there. Maybe you bother them. Whatever it is, on the defensive side, we're definitely going to have to have our guards, everybody hitting the paint, trying to rebound. On the offensive side, you at least got to have one or two that's going to get back and defend, and then let Randall, let Nerlens Noel try to grab some offensive boards. Taj Gibson, but I think you probably want our guards getting back on the offensive side so that we don't allow them to ignite a fast break. I also want the Knicks to get long rebounds. That's something I don't think we do well. When a rebound comes long, it doesn't seem like our guards are ready to go snatch that rebound. If the rebound bounces out to the foul line or whatever it is, it's like the other team always gets those rebounds. I want the Knicks to be more aware of just when teams shoot a lot of threes, and teams in the NBA, every team in the NBA is shooting over 30 threes in the game. You shoot a lot of threes and there's misses. The ball, a lot of times, is going to bounce long. Your guards got to be ready to snatch those. Just got to be aware and ready to snatch them. Divine, what do you think about the matchup between Julius Randle and Anthony Davis, Nerlens Noel, and Andre Drummond? How do we attack it?
But from my perspective, I think the Julius Randle outside game, if he can get the outside game working, pulling Anthony Davis out there toward the perimeter, that limits his rebounding power. So I think Julius Randle, if his face-up game is on tonight, and he can pull Anthony Davis out there, and if he do miss, Anthony Davis will have to kind of sprint back to the rebounder position to get a rebound. So I think we can neutralize him if Randle's face-up game is on. Andre Drummond is Andre Drummond. I think he's going to get his double rebounds. But I think the key is going to be, like you said, if Julius Randle, to me, is going to be the key to this game is his face-up game. If you can get that boy out there, he can shoot that three ball and shoot that mid-range game. I think that helps us from a rebound perspective, knowing that Anthony Davis got to guard him out there, way out there. You know what I mean? So that's going to be key. And you're going to have some boxing out going on. It's going to be hard to box out of Andre Drummond, obviously. That man is huge, 280 or whatever. But I just think that, the way we've been playing all year, we ninth in rebounding, 16th in rebounding.
Exactly.
We're going to have a just committee effort. Everybody going to have to smash it together. But I definitely think if Andre Drummond get his, I don't think Anthony Davis would be an issue if Julius Randle game is on. If Julius Randle game ain't on, then it's a whole different story. But I really think that Julius Randle get him on that perimeter and pull him away from that basket, and they chuck up a three and miss it, so be it. Then it's going to be Andre Drummond by itself down there if the other guys on their team ain't crashing the board like our guys need to do, which, like you said, we need a committee group effort to crash the board. But I think we'd be good, man. I think Julius Randle going to come to LA and do his thing, and he going to put on the show for LA. You know, he got an important history there. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to go do a thing tonight, and if we can get that man on the perimeter, and hey, let Anthony Davis scored 42. I like our chances tonight, though. I really do. I think Caruso, Wesley Matthews, and them cats ain't got nothing for RJ Barrett and Reggie Bullock and them. Believe me. So I like that. Long. Them cats play their game, and we pull Anthony Davis out of there. I think we'd be good tonight.
Okay. The Lakers over the last 10 games, they've been attempting 32 threes a game. Over the last 10, they make about 10.8. So they miss 21 threes, 21 and a half threes every game. Right? They miss 21 and a half threes. You know, we need to be, and you know, obviously a lot of teams, you know, missed 20-something threes. But we need to be ready to rebound. They're shooting 34%, 33% over the last 10 games from the three-point line. Not great. So there will be long rebounds. We just got to be ready to go get them. Go get them. G-Man, what do you think? How do we match up? Those two, you know, because that's the key matchup right there, I think.
So, Jim, you always talk about fundamental basketball, right? And you touched on the rebounds are going to be very impactful this game. But I think the thing that we're missing out on right now, although the matchups are going to be critical, but I think what's going to drive this game is going to be those supportive players, right? Reggie Bullock, I think he didn't have a good game tonight because that's going to that's going to dictate how the Lakers defend the Knicks. If Reggie Bullock is knocking down threes from anywhere on the floor, you're going to have to adjust. If RJ Barrett is able to get that three in the corner, you're going to have to adjust. And I honestly believe, I think that Anthony Davis's game against the Suns was the highlight for the rest of the stretch. I don't think he'll have another game like that tonight. When is the last time he strung games together like that? When's the last time? Somebody tell me.
You know, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Gina,
I'm not sure.
I would say this. This is his first 40-point game all year. But, G-Man, this is Anthony Davis.
So let's be clear, right? Let me be clear. Anthony Davis did not have a body on him last night. The Knicks played physical basketball. So it's easy for you to be out there on the wing and get your shot off if ain't nobody putting a body on you. But I'm telling you right now, Anthony Davis tonight, he will be neutralized. He will be. I'm telling you now. You heard it here first. Mark, whoever has the little pointer, mark the time on the podcast when this was said, so you can come back and view it again.
Oh, we keeping that receipt. We keeping that receipt.
It's gonna happen.
Keeping that receipt.
I fully believe. I understand the matchups, but I think that where the Knicks are better than the Lakers, we are able to adjust a little bit quicker or faster, depending on if our guys have a good game. If Julius Randle does not have a good game tonight, that's going to be a problem. If RJ Barrett does not have a good game tonight, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And we just
so you mean both of them, or you mean one?
Both. Well, if one has a good game, then we have the capability to make up for the difference in the other.
Yeah.
But if both of them have a bad game,
that's a problem.
That's going to be a problem.
I will say this though, G-Man. So I will say this because the Lakers do play favor to how we play our defense. They don't shoot a lot of threes. They're not a good three-point shooting team. And, you know, our whole purpose of the defense is to protect the paint. So we will benefit there. And the good thing is that the Lakers don't have a point guard.
Nope.
So, I mean, you got to think about it. Caruso, literally, Anthony Davis might be their best passer. And so we have to take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That's bad for them.
Which means, I'll wait till it comes to me. Okay.
No, you can't. Go ahead. You already interrupted, Kev. Go ahead, Kev. You already interrupted.
Sometimes
I'm going
to let the
host. I'm gonna let the host give the okay.
Go ahead. You can pass the mic. You can pass the mic. We can play past the mic. Go ahead. You can pass the mic. Go ahead, Kev.
Come on, Pastor.
What I was going to say, this is the perfect game for Alfred to do something tonight because you're playing up against You're playing up against a non. What would you consider? On paper, he's a point guard, but he's not really a point guard.
Who you talking about?
Caruso. Yeah.
Caruso's a shooting guard.
He's more of a shooting guard. Okay. Peyton has got to take advantage of that matchup all night. He's got to take advantage of it. We already know Rose is going to do it. We already know Rose is, is going to do it.
Oh, man.
So Alfred has got to take advantage of that matchup.
Depending on who's in when Rose is in the game. Caruso may not be in when Rose is in the game. Who knows how the matchups are going to be.
Right. Who backs up Caruso?
I mean, looking at the way it's going to be tonight, normally it's Dennis Schroeder, and then you got Caruso coming in the game.
Right.
Looking at the way it might be tonight, let me see. Let me go back. Let me take a look at the Suns game real quick and see who they threw out there. All right, so you had Caruso.
Tucker was the second point guard.
Right, you had Caruso, and then probably, I guess maybe Tucker is going to play some of that position as well. Yeah.
Hey, Sam, can I say this? We were having a good show, but Ken had to bring up Peyton. I swear, this is what makes me.
I have to bring him up.
But this is where we
bring him up. I have to.
See, Kev, this is how you start stuff. This is how you start.
What?
There's
no reason.
Hold on.
There's no reason. He's got to take advantage of his position.
Kev, but this is how you start arguments. Because it is literally 4 games left in the season. This Joker Payne has not done anything. And you want this dude to have a great game tonight?
Yes. Against a Caruso? Come on.
Oh,
He's got to. And I don't see anybody on the panel disagreeing with me. I don't see anybody on the panel disagreeing with me.
Go ahead, Gmo.
I don't know. Look, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be against Caruso because Caruso is a decent defender, but Elfrid Payne last game against the Lakers had 20 points, 9 for 12 from the field. So if he can have his way against some of the smaller guards, I think Schroeder's playing tonight, so if he can attack Schroeder in a sense, and because again, all the action tonight have to be predicated.
Well,
you said Schroeder is playing? Schroeder's out.
Oh wow, my bad.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got to take a bit.
But like this. So if Randall can draw, because you guys talking about Randall being a post. Randall against AD and Drummond. If Randall could basically draw that attention away, because all the action, Randall loves having Bullock near him for the handoffs, for the 3-and-outs, up the give and go back and forth. The 2 other guys, RJ Barrett and Elfrid Payton, if they can attack away from Randall, cut to the basket when Randall gets the double teams, Well, I'm not counting on Payton to hit any shots, but if he could do that, cut to the basket, make those shots away from an AD and maybe a Drummond, Elfrid Payton has to provide us some production tonight because Randall might have a tough.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he might. And listen, he hasn't provided as much. He hasn't provided as much over the last 10 games. Right. But I tell you what, it's going to be tough because Peyton normally gets, when he gets in the score, he gets into the paint, and you got 2 guys. You got Andre Drummond, you got Anthony Davis, you got some big guys in there. So I think it's going to be tough for him to get in and have a chance. Because, when Peyton goes in, if there's a big guy in there, he's getting blocked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do agree, to try, because so with Randall, it's been, it's against some of the, bigger teams. It's been ebb and go. I don't know if I want to use ebb, but it's been sometimes he's okay, sometimes he's hitting, sometimes he's not. He hasn't consistently shown up huge against, your top teams like that. Now against the Clippers, I consider it a huge game for him, even though he didn't score a lot of points. He grabbed rebounds. He did what he had to do throughout the game, and then he hit some big shots down the stretch, right? That's a big game. Now, I think that for tonight, we're going to need Randall to be on point the entire game. Let me see. He played well against Kevin Durant. When they played, against Boston, he played well. I don't remember Milwaukee the first time. I don't remember what he did, but he's had some trouble, and coming down the stretch as teams are fighting for playoff position and you're getting teams play more playoff style defenses, he's had some trouble as well. So as many people as we can get to score the basketball is going to take some pressure off of him. And it's going to force, if Peyton can get to the cup a few times and score, it's going to force Anthony Davis or whoever's guarding him to come off and give a little bit of room for Randall. So, yeah, those things are important. As much as you may or may not like it, Isaiah, those things are important. That's how you play the basketball game.
Well, look, I would be, listen, Sam. I would be, before we go, first and foremost, Sam, we got 530 people here, but we have less than 200 likes. Please, my brother doesn't ask for nothing more but some likes. We got 500 people, less than 200 likes. Come on, people. I know, come on. But listen, Sam, I want Peyton to do, I want Peyton to do good, but we're trying to go against history. But listen, if he could give us,
history says he gave us 20 against. History says he gave us 20 against them in a win. So hopefully he can duplicate that effort.
Listen, Sam,
right? I mean, he's not going to get that number of minutes. He's not going to get that number of minutes. Most likely, right? Because he's going to play his 15 and Derrick Rose is going to play his 25 to 30. You know what I'm saying? But with the 15 that he's in, if he can put some pressure on the rim, you know what I mean? That can help this team out tremendously if he can put some pressure on the rim. Maybe find Nerlens Noel a couple of times.
I would truly love that.
If you do one thing that Derrick Rose did, be aggressive on defense well too. Derrick Rose had an excellent steal. I forgot who he stole it from. Where they're near like the top of the key, whatever, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be offense. Look, if you can't sit there and score as much as the other team, if you could deny them scoring, right? A lot of times, AD likes to get in that post, that slow post up. You know what I mean? Somebody needs to come on the other side, run baseline, try to get those steals. Be aggressive on defense. We know what AD can do. You may not be able to stop AD fully. He's going to get his 20-something, he's going to get his fouls, but if you can make it so it's not a 40-point game, maybe not a 30-point game, Alfred Payne just has to play a lot smarter, man. A lot of times his passes are a little bit too lazy. He telegraphs, he picks up his dribble. And then he try. It's like dogs. You have your defender there, then you have the guy's defender creeping around. You can't make the pass anymore. You picked up your dribble. What's this guy's name? Walt Clyde Frazier. Obviously, this guy says all the time, keep your dribble up. Stop picking up your dribble.
Never pick up your dribble. Not when you're a point guard.
And look up.
And look, if you know that tonight they're going to be playing Randall and creeping with the double team, especially if they do it early now. Teams have done it like the Grizzlies when they did that first game. They double team Randall early. We killed them. Guys are cutting, blah, blah, blah. Randall's making the pass. If you see guys that are sitting there about to double team early, before he even gets the pass, someone has to be open. So that's not just open, that's communication. Hey, you know that you guys helping to creep out. Somebody is somewhat open. Whether it's Nerlens Noel, whether it's Taj Gibson, others playing the front court mate, RJ Barrett. Both those guys got to be a lot more active. So Alfred Payne, again, can just sit there and dump it off. But it's a team effort tonight. Harass these guys. And like you said about the Nuggets game, Sim, your bread and butter was the help defense, being aggressive on protecting the paint and aggressive in attacking team's best court guys, right? Why stop it now? Our team, we allow a lot of threes, right? But here's the thing about the offense. It's like Clint Eastwood, right? It's like, all right, that's your guns. All right, I'm going to stick to my guns. Make those threes. The Grizzlies in their game, they were up with 8 points, 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. What they do, they started playing stupid basketball because it was like, we're not getting the fouls around the basket. They stopped going away from the pick and roll. You know what I mean? So put fear in the hearts of these other teams to sit there and have to make the crunch time three. Attack their best players, double team, get them out of position. You know what I mean? Don't let these guys, don't let you do what got you to the dance tonight. That's what I'm saying against AD and all these other guys. Alfred Payne too. Just be uber aggressive on defense. Be smart too, because Alfred Payne gets ticky-tack fouls early on. Okay. That messes up the flow of getting Rose into the game and stuff like that. But just be smart on defense. And, you can come out this game with a solid win. The Lakers, I don't think they're one of the better offensive teams anyway. I know they miss LeBron and AD, but even before that, they weren't. So, just play smart.
Definitely. And I'm hoping that Obi's been giving us good minutes off the bench.
Absolutely.
He's been giving us some real good minutes off the bench. He's playing on defense. And by him playing on defense, it allows him to stay on the floor for more minutes so he can get some attempts.
Jefferson's really happy about that.
He can get some oops, he can get some slashes to the basket, create every once in a while if he can get a post up or whatever. You know what I mean? So he's been able to do it on defense, and that's been great. We're going to need him to do it again tonight. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And there are times, too, when, to be honest with you, and you don't know if it's sustainable yet, But there are some games when Obi is out there and his style of play matches up better with that team than Julius Randle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because because he ingratiates into the offense more than Julius Randle does. With Julius Randle, the offense is around him. Sometimes when Obi is out there with Derrick Rose, he can take what comes to him, and Derrick Rose creates so much attention that boom, now Obi gets open here, gets open there, and can get some electrifying, whatever the word, I can't say it right now, dunks in or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Electrifying.
There are times when, he looks better on the floor than Julius Randle. Now, can he do that? Can it look that way against starters? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully he can come in and provide some of the things that we need tonight. Just some speed and energy out there. An active. Say that
because IQ being another option away from Obi, especially on the fast breaks where they can push the ball. You have to account for Obi running, and you also have to account for annoying IQ hitting the shots. Those are spot up catch and shoot shots. So you're gonna. I don't know who else would be the 3-point threat. Frank Ntilikina.
Okay, really? Do we have to go to really? Really? Do we have to go there like that? We was having a great conversation without him. We was having a great conversation without him.
Didn't you publish?
I'm done. I'm done with Frank.
Yeah, that was a few months ago. All right. We're past that. We're past that. Please don't give G-Man any fuel, please.
Trade the wrong player. Iggy Brazdeikis is killing for the Magic. Over Frank. Damn, son. Damn.
Jeez.
We should have traded. Man, we traded Iggy Brazdeikis. We still got Frank Ntilikina. Wow. Damn.
Gamble, hold on, Gamble. Can you stop Gamble? Because you gonna get some of these delusional Knicks fans. See, this is why you don't trade none of the young guys. Look at Iggy. Iggy out here killing.
I'm just saying, we may have traded the wrong guy. What did he have the other night for the Magic, Kev? Do you remember the stat line? So what did Frank have the other night? 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, 1 for 4 from the field. An air ball? With 2 fouls? Isn't he supposed to be his scoring card?
Sam.
Kev, let it go.
Sam. I'm trying to be respectful.
Go ahead, Kev.
I'm trying to be respectful.
You had a point. You was about to knock out a point. What were you about to say?
What I was going to say.
Yes, cornrows. Why? We're not going to make the game better.
In the words of Eddie Murphy from Coming to America, when he was the old guy, F you. Who's next? Because I can't say it. What I was going to say was, I'm glad that we're having a great season the way we are, and we're going into playoffs because I think it's going to be great for the development of Obi. You were asking if it's going to be sustainable. I think it will be because he's going to be getting that playoff experience, and that's going to create more minutes for him and everything. And that you can carry that off to the to next season, and also with Quickly as well. I'm loving our 2 young guys. I'm glad that we're playing meaningful basketball now. That's going to help them for next season, and then whoever else we add, young wise coming in, it's going to be even better because they're part of a more positive culture than what we've been used to. So,
wow. Yeah. So. Sam, but before you go, I cannot pass this opportunity up. I cannot. So, Kev, that was very eloquently put, and you actually expressed yourself really well.
I
love the way that you diverted. I love the way that you diverted the conversation from talking about
Tampa and.
I'm not going to bring him up, but I do like the way that you kept it positive. So I want to salute you there, right? And basically what I'm asking you is, do you think that we have a chance to win this game tonight? That's my question to you.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. Not because of your boy, but
real quick. Margaret Edwards in the chat. Margaret Edwards, Queen's Court on Friday. Won't you coming in, holler at Queen Steph, man, on Friday. We got Margaret Court. She's in the chat. Margaret, come on Queen's Court and represent the ladies on Friday with
Margaret.
The Queen Ball Queens. And make it happen, man. We need you women support out there on Queen's Court, coming in, chime in, and get with Stephanie and Chris get on there. Y'all make it happen. That's what I want to get in there. I think they're in the chat.
Yeah, Karen Fung too. Karen Fung too.
No doubt about that. I'm putting my email in the chat. You can send me an email, and then I can get you over to Steph so she can get all your information if ladies would like to join the Queen's Court. All right, I'm sending that information over to you now. Yeah, go ahead.
And Sim, Kev has the church meeting on Saturdays at 6:00. Please, he says bring the family and the kids. They're gonna be doing the Bible study.
You know, Isaiah, in your case, I'm available for exorcisms. Okay, to come over there and beat the devil out you.
Hey, Kev, I'm not gonna lie, you're not about to come in my house.
You're right. You're Shaq. You're right.
No,
you're right.
You're right. You're about to go to you're gonna go into his pop's house. But anyway, let me get back. Let's get back to the basketball game. Let's get back to the basketball game.
We are not about to do that.
Yes, we are going to do that. We're going to get back to the basketball game. All right, let's get back to the basketball game. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, again.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, the Knicks play the Los Angeles Lakers tonight at 10 p.m. The game will be on TNT. I believe if you're in New York, you could watch it on MSG. In LA, they can watch it on Spec or SPE, CSN, whatever it is.
No, it's going to be on. It's going to be on TNT. It's not going to be an MSG thing. Unfortunately,
it's not going to be on MSG. Okay,
no,
all
unfortunately
right. So maybe it's just only going to be on TNT then.
Because the next telecast for MSG is the Spurs.
Okay, all right. So it's going to be on TNT, so you can watch it on TNT. See what the TNT announcers got to say about the game tonight. 10 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we will be doing a post game show
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, basically. Tomorrow morning. We'll be doing a post game show tomorrow morning. All right, so it's going to be about 1 a.m., somewhere around there. So make sure you join us for that. All right. The keys to the game. Well, for those who just joining us, let's go backwards just a little bit and look at the injury report. All right. The injury report, which was released at 1:30. And the next update is at 8:30 for the Lakers. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's probable for tonight. Anthony Davis is probable. Jared Dudley is out. Marc Gasol is probable. Talen Horton-Tucker, he's probable. LeBron, he is out. Kyle Kuzma is probable. And Dennis Schroeder, he's out for tonight. For the Knicks, Alec Burks is questionable. Emmanuel Quickley is doubtful. Mitchell Robinson is out, and Luka Vildoza, he's not with the team. All right, so that's what the injury report looks like for tonight. The lineups, projected lineups for the Knicks: Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel. And for the Lakers, you got Alex Caruso, KCP, Wesley Matthews, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond. And my keys to the game, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight, the keys to the game. We need to build off of a big win. That was a really big win versus the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't want to have a letdown. So we need to build off of that win. All right? And carry it right over into this Lakers game. Let's get off to a strong start. The past 4 games, we've been getting off to bad starts. 8-3, 10-0, so on and so forth. You know what it is. Got to get off to a better start tonight. We've got to hit the glass, and the guards got to help. You got Andre Drummond, you got Anthony Davis. You can't let them guys dominate the glass on either side of the ball. If they dominate the offensive glass, we'll give them second chance points. If they dominate the defensive glass, they may get out and run. We've got to make sure we're hitting the glass, and it's got to be a team effort. We got to play through tough defense. This is a team that can play tough defensively. All right, and the Knicks, sometimes they have problems playing through tough defense, getting to their spots through tough defense. Start complaining about foul calls. All right, we got to play through it, play tough through it. Then we got to keep the ball moving on the offensive side. All right, keep the ball moving. Low turnovers. Don't want to turn over the ball and let them get some energy getting out and running. All right, keep the ball moving. Low turnovers. Give ourselves a chance to sweep LA if we do these things tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Give ourselves a chance to sweep it. So we'll take a look at this after the game, too. Anything you guys want to add to the keys to the game? Anything. I'll start with you, Isaiah. Anything you want to add to the keys?
Just the final thought, or just adding?
Just adding to. I mean, I literally said anything you want to add to the keys to the game.
No.
He gives me a headache so bad.
First, Kev, please, you're taking the church money. No, yo, Sim, you know the churches, you know the deacons. They got the nice cars.
Come on, man, just go ahead, man.
See what I mean?
Okay.
You didn't even do the punchline right.
All right. No, Sim, you said everything you need to say.
All right, Kev. Kev. No, Kev.
Yeah, just everything that you said, man, and we just need Alfred to help get us off to a good start. That's all.
Okay. All right. Divine?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a second with Cornerstone saying for this reason. If they double team Julius Randle, they're gonna send Caruso there because they know Alpha Payton is not a good 3-point shooter. So if they do send a double team there, I think Alpha Payton got to get ready to shoot to the lane and kick that ball around because I don't think they're gonna double team him with guy that's on RJ and Bullet because how good they shoot the 3 ball. So I really think it's gonna be important for and Alpha Payton is gonna be key to the beginning of that game to make sure that he can either play some defense or Caruso. Or if they double team Julius Randle with Caruso, he had to be ready to do something.
Whether to
try that ball to that lane and kick it to RJ or Bullock or try to go against Andre Drummond, get an and one or whatever the case may be. But he his defense is gonna be important, but as well as his offense, if they double team Julius Randle. Now I also like to see the Knicks just do what they've been doing. That defense to me is gonna dictate how that game's gonna be. And I don't think the Lakers offense got enough for the Knicks defense. And y'all heard me say this. I don't think them guys often got enough for the Knicks defense other than Anthony Davis. I don't think they got enough for the Knicks defense. And I really believe that. So I'm gonna hope that Alpha Payton have a good first out showing in the first quarter to set the tone a little bit until Derrick Rose get there, basically.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Listen, I got a point, son. I actually thought about a point because Divine inspired me.
Quick, man. Divine. It better be good too.
No, it's a good one because you know what? The Lakers defense kind of slightly reminds me of our defense. And to me, the best way to beat the Knicks is the best way to beat the Lakers is with ball movement. If we got guys in constant motion, guys moving around. One thing about the Lakers, they're big, pause, but they're slow. They're not that fast. So I think the Knicks got some faster guys. We got RJ that can run, D Rose that can run, Obi that can run, Randall can run. I really believe Randall can run. So, yeah, I know, a little bit. But I think we got some guys that are quicker than the Lakers. So we can definitely, if we use our ball movements in, I think we can take advantage of them because they're not that fast.
Okay. All right. And I do want to shout out in the chat, Kerry Cox. And then Gmo, I'm coming straight to you. He said, Big Bubba went to the Charles Barkley School of Thought.
Who's that?
Gmo, go ahead, man.
Nah, I mean, you said it right, man. You told about getting out fast starts. I hate against these. The Lakers aren't a top team, but again, they got a top player. We can't sit it because I remember somebody somewhere was like, oh man, we always gonna get back. And it's like you can't always count on a team, being these cardiac kids. Remember the Browns in 1983, they lost to the Broncos, so it's not like they won a championship. Another thing too, again, everything away from Julius Randle has to be precise. Julius Randle as well too, man. He has to stop doing this. He's resorting a little bit too much when he gets a double team. He waits an extra second to try to make something happen. No, get the ball out of your hands. Jokic does this all the time. This is why teams literally are. Granted, he has guys who can finish, but we have some guys who can finish. But the Nuggets is just a different team. To get the ball out. Don't try to turn back to the baseline and try to get the ball out. But on the other side, RJ Barrett has to have a big game. I want to see RJ Barrett. Now he struggles a little bit sometimes trying to execute in the paint, especially in the first half. I want to see him pick his spots better in the mid range. Get to that little elbow, that little foul line shot, take that step in and shoot that shot. Stop trying to force these and there's something that Drew Hanlon talked about that he can work on in the summer, which is decelerating and accelerating. Too many times he pick up his dribble early, or if he has that little space to the basket, he doesn't get the leverage. So he's still running at 100%, and then he tries to take an off-angle layup, and it's like, dogs, you have to learn how to accelerate and decelerate properly. So I need to see a big game from R.J. Barrett, his decision-making, when he's attacking. If it's an R.J. Barrett night where you hit him from outside, hit from outside. Don't try to
see. Yeah, but here's the thing with RJ. His 3-point shot has been water.
40%.
What he said
to my son RJ Barrett, the guy that people said was not going to be able to shoot.
Yeah,
40%.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
His shot has been water.
Tonight by RJ Barrett. I want to see better decision making.
I want to come back to RJ Barrett for a minute. First, I'm gonna get to G-Man. Then I want to come back to RJ Barrett.
We don't have to. No, do your point. You don't have to go to him.
So
Right here. Lips. Right here.
So G-Man, anything you want to add to those takes?
Just one thing, real quick, Sam, is this right? I don't think we've talked about. We started talking about Alpha Payton, but I think we need to talk about the guard position, because I think we have an advantage at the guard position tonight, holistically, as far as ball distribution and who's able to create shots and whatnot. I think that, going into this game, if we can capitalize on that effect, regardless of who's hitting shots and who's not, coming down the court and being able to set up what's going on the offensive side of the ball, that's going to speak volumes for what we got going on tonight.
Okay. All right. What I wanted to get back to about, it might be Wesley Matthews defending RJ Barrett, right? Tough, a tough guy, tough defender, strong. And I feel like teams nowadays are trying to find ways, which they're not being successful, because RJ, he finds a way to, he gets hot from three, he'll knock it down from three. But sometimes when he gets a physical guy on him, I feel like it bothers him a little bit. Do you think, Gino, that Wesley Matthews can bother RJ Barrett?
Yeah, he definitely could. But here's the thing, though, with RJ Barrett, and on both ends too. Offensively, he loves that pick. Give Tom Thibodeau his flowers, man. He has made these guards way better at doing executing the pick and roll. Where once he catches that pick, he traps the guy on the hip. He traps that guy on the defender. Now, in the post RJ Barrett, and you broke this down maybe some time ago. We were talking about this, and I forgot who it was. Maybe Jaylen Brown. I might be wrong. No, it wasn't Jaylen Brown. It was THJ, Tim Hardaway Jr. RJ Barrett, when he's in the post, his moves have to be a little bit more precise, cleaner, and more exact, right? He was against that THJ when he was taking his time, and THJ had his legs spread out all the way, which is terrible for a post defender. He has to be able to recognize that. And, granted, Wesley Matthews is a strong defender, but use that against him. When you're driving off the pick and roll, make sure you have him on the hip, whatever, but get a little bit deeper. Sometimes he takes these in-betweener type of floaters where it's like he doesn't know if he wants to hit the backboard or the rim. And it hits off it hits literally off the back of the rim, and then it hops out, right? He has to be a little bit more decisive, driving to the basket. It's going to be tough. But another thing, also defensive, I was going to ask you, Sim. Now, maybe me, I know he had a good game in the second half, especially against your boy Kawhi Leonard. But, Wesley Matthews is not a guy who's going to sit there and drive on him. But, RJ Barrett's lateral movement gives me a little bit concerned. So I don't know if his ankle's all the way healthy. A lot of guys, freaking a KPJ beat him baseline. He's letting guys just get baseline. Some while ago, he had Anthony Edwards, who again is an athlete, Jaylen Brown. Those guys all beat him laterally. And sometimes it looks like he's pressing. So he may not be killed today because, again, the Lakers don't have crazy speedy guys who can beat him off the dribble. But on the flip side, regarding offense, I'm not sure if he can explode off of, going one way. I think that I don't know. It just seems to me like that ankle's not 100%, but he's a warrior. So he doesn't really talk about it. So, right. But watch tonight. He's going to be using that pick and roll a lot just to probably get away from a guy like – but see, when he does that with the pick and roll sim, then he's going to be meeting guys like Drummond and AD going to the basket.
Right. Yeah.
So, poison. I don't know.
Yeah. I think he can still have a good night, but he's just going to have to work through it. It's going to be a lot to work through because you got a tough defender like Wesley Matthews on him. I do want to say to Jigavel in the chat, he asks, can we call in? I wish I could. Right now, there's a server problem with the phone service that I use. Hopefully, it's going to be fixed by by the time we do the post game. And, you know, we've been trying to get it fixed for the last couple of days. We were working on it today. Hopefully it's going to get fixed and everything will be fine. So I apologize that we can't get any call-ins tonight or today.
Sim, why are you lying to these people? You didn't pay the phone bill. That was all. Listen,
Isaiah, don't mix myself up with you. You know what I'm saying? My pocketbook is different than your pocketbook. I promise.
First of all, brother, I don't got a pocketbook, brother. Okay. I got a wallet.
Well, I have to carry a pocketbook.
Well, we know because you got money. We know.
I gotta carry a pocketbook, and sometimes it gets heavy.
Tim, we know what you said. The greater thing is that we know what you do, but we're not gonna expose you on the live chat. You know, we're not gonna do that, man. We're not snitches over here.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Devon.
Yeah, real quick. You had brought us something interesting early in the year, you know, and I noticed it with RJ Barrett. Nowadays, on the offset, he got to work on his vertical game. When he gets to that basket, I noticed, you know, when he throw them layups, and I'm RJ having a great year, but when he gets to that basket, it seems like his vertical is not high enough. So when he get bumped by somebody, he's high enough where he still can get that and one. So I remember you talking about that early in the year, as you was talking about his vertical game. He's not a real high jumper. But I think that's the next step of his maturation is that when you get to that inside, you need to be high in the air instead of just depending on your body weight and your good shot selection with your hand. But I think if we get that vertical going in the off season, and like Gmo said, and just that's his next move in his career is to master that inside game. Like you took care of your 3-point shot this year, you shot better this year. His next step next year in the off season, when you get to that basket, make sure you up in the air high enough so when you do get bumped, you pretty much almost over the defender, and at least your arm length anyway, and you can get a layup in there. And I think that's hopefully he can get that now. Because I know you brought that point up last year, and I've been watching him all year. And I said, damn, Sim brought that up real good early in the year that this cat, his vertical game is not there where it need to be. And I think once he get that, man, he's gonna be a problem.
And sometimes I think he just doesn't activate it, because I seen a video where he was in the gym and he went up and dunked it, and his elbow was above the rim.
Above the rim, exactly.
So I'm wondering, like, why are you not activating this ability to jump?
Sometimes there's some people who wake up, right, and it's like KPJ wakes up and wants to dunk and like basically kill everybody, right? It's like his bunnies are always activated. I feel with RJ Barrett is like, unless, because also he's not like violently explosive. He can get up there, but he's not like Westbrook. Like when I dunk, I have that boost and I'm gonna kill you. It's like he's going up and it's like he can get up there, but it's not like yam it. Yeah. So it's like in his head he's just thinking like, all right, I know I'm not gonna yam it. He's probably gonna have a good angle, but it's tough, man. If he could just work on his decelerating, accelerating, and catching the euro, all that stuff, reverses, which he's shown a little bit better this year with the reverses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just want to see him do it, right? Because it's like he waits so long to get up in the air, and he's so close to the basket that now he can't elevate too high, or he's not, he'll get blocked by the rim. Sometimes I feel like he needs to take off a little bit earlier to get in the air instead of just waiting. It's like he gets real close to the rim and then decides to go up to lay it in instead of maybe, taking off a foot or two before the rim and then getting in the air. I mean, when he's on a fast break and someone's coming from behind, I'm like, oh, that's blocked. And it gets blocked because he waits so long to go up to the rim instead of elevating earlier.
He needs that.
I'm not going to lie to him. Go ahead, Devon.
I was gonna say you made a good point. I forgot what game it was. I'm not sure. I think it was a Grizzlies game. We was on a break, and I was screaming at RJ in a fast break because someone was lurking. And it's like he tries to slow down, tries to be a little bit too precise sometimes. It's like, we have a straightaway like that. You gotta exert your physical. Now again, he doesn't have the explosion like that yet, but you have to, get that little stutter step, boom, catch him, get quick. And just, exert your will, right? I'm not talking about dunking it, but sometimes he tries to be too cute when it's one-on-one, but, trying to yammy it, he's not, you have to be born with the yammies, man. I don't think he has, like, the full attack yammy.
Yeah, I mean, he probably doesn't, so, but even if he doesn't do that, if he just elevates a little earlier, I think, You know, and he might not be dunking it, but he'll be higher in the air. Where now when someone comes to block it, maybe they hit his arm, whatever. Because right now he's not high in the air, and they just get out of here. You know, go ahead, Isaiah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say because this year I think we all definitely noticed that he's gotten blocked. To me, a little bit of an alarming rate. Like there's been I feel like almost this every game where it's just like you can't get in the paint, so just the explosiveness is just not there. And,
it's like Melo's last year in New York. Melo's getting blocked every time he got in the paint.
Yeah.
Whoa. Did Sim just say something?
I didn't say anything negative about him. I just said he got blocked because he didn't have no explosiveness.
Melo, come get your mans, man. That's grimy.
But you know what? But you know what? Listen, I think again, right? I think those are things that are fixable during the off season. Again, right? The most beautiful thing about RJ Barrett is that he's 20 years old. You know, the shot. You know, I don't think any of us expected to be him shooting 40% already. So again, right? One of the things that he has to work on, to me, like Guillermo said, he has to work on his mid range because once if RJ can develop that elbow mid range shot in his butter, oh my God! And then if he can finish a more explosive in the paint and finish at a higher clip, so this kid, I said it last year. So this guy, he can average 27, 7-7 easily. It wouldn't even be an issue. But again, he's 20. He'll be fine. He'll work on those things during the off season.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. You know, these are just some things. We're not saying anything bad about him. We're just saying, you know, some things we notice. He's got a lot of time to grow and develop and add those things into his game. You know what I'm saying?
Well, son, people would have said he should have went to the G League. He would learn all this stuff in the G League.
Yeah, what?
hey, Divine, hold on, Divine, because there was some people earlier.
I know, I agree with you. Man, that boy starting to make it, man. They crazy.
Divine, he used to go to the G League. We used to trade him for Bradley Beal. We said, you know, I remember all this stuff. Listen, man. They said, he said he used to go to the G League. They said that's the best way to learn is in the G League.
I mean, there were some people who said send him to the G League.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There were some people who said send him to the G League. But let me tell you something. In a couple of years, man, the G League is going to be a monster league. I'm trying to tell you right now.
Sir.
People can laugh about getting sent to the G League. In a couple of years, that's going to be a monster league. Watch how it develops. It's going to be crazy.
Guys drafted in the top 10, maybe top 5, going to the G League just because is a high school phenom, and they need to stash him somewhere and get him to develop. So yeah, G League is going to be, and that's why Knox and all those guys should have probably tried to ask to get some time in the G League because there's no way Knox would be asked for the G League in a few more years.
G League might be too much for Kevin Knox, man.
Kevin Knox might just have to retire.
Hey, he's gonna retire rich. If he retires today, he's gonna retire rich. I tell you that.
That is very. First of all, you could be Odin Polynice. I'm not hating on you making money in the league. I'm just saying when I look at 6'9" Kevin Knox. Yeah, don't listen. Come on, I know you got to close the show out, but don't you get mad that like this dude be on the court and he hits a 3, right? In trash situations, right? And it's like he's happy about it. He's not like angry, like, yo, bro, Obi Toppin, this guy's getting more minutes than me. And I've been here more than him. Like, you know, it doesn't get you like angry, son. Like, yo, bro,
no,
you should have
I still believe he's gonna have a good career.
Oh
you know
my God!
I do. I believe the young guy's gonna have a good career. He's 21 years old. He's still got a ways to go.
Right?
In the NBA, yes. 21 years old. I mean, everybody has their own developmental arc. That's all. I'll leave it right there. Everybody has their own developmental arc.
See, you always do this to end the show on this.
What else are you gonna say about it? I'm not gonna sit here and have a whole argument with you about Kevin Knox. You don't believe it? I do. We've had this argument how many times?
We have it like every other show with it, like
you know
especially when the Knicks lose. When the Knicks lose, and always go to Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I still feel like he's gonna have, you know, everyone's got their own developmental arc. It's 21. It's got time. It's got time. And I guarantee you, if the Knicks, he'll be on the Knicks next year. And unless he gets traded, he'll be on the Knicks next year, right? Now they've got to decide whether they want to extend his contract in October or not. You know what I'm saying? It was the same thing with Frank Ntilikina. They had to decide whether or not they wanted to extend Frank Ntilikina. Guess what? They extended him. Right?
So
they extended him.
Frank got a better chance.
You know, so you know, Kevin Knox got some time in the league, and I guarantee you, if he's not extended by the Knicks or if he's traded, there's going to be a team that looks and says, we think we can get this guy, make this guy, turn this guy into this, that, or the third. And I think he'll be there. He's you know, he may not be consistent. You know, there may be a lot of things he doesn't do. And I'll tell you what, if I was in his position, I'm 21 years old and I knock down a three. If I knock down a three right now at 45 years old, if I get into the NBA and I knock down a three and crunch and we're getting blown out by 30, I'm smiling too. I believe in the kid. I still believe that kid has a future, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like Isaiah and G-Mo and just throw people away.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? I believe they got a future and get mad because I didn't draft this guy, that guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't just throw people away.
I was a Franker for 2 years, Sim. I was a Franker. Kevin Knox, bro, this dude deer in the headlights, breaking the shoes in the game. Like, the kid, the Fortnite, come on, man. Like, come on. Kevin Knox, bro,
I'm not just throwing them away like these guys want to throw people away. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's bring this thing to an end. Let's bring this thing to an end. You can say what you want to say in your last words. All right. Tell me what you think. What's going to happen tonight? What's going to happen tonight? And then you can say what you want to say and then pass the mic to whoever you're going to pass the mic to.
All right. On a serious note, we had a great show today, Sim. We had 491 and we have 282 likes. Please, for my brother, big brother Sim, can we at least get to 350 before the show's over? There's 500 people. We can get to 350 likes before the show's over. I know we can do it. Yeah, Sim, listen, it's gonna be a tough game tonight. Anthony Davis right now, I think he's back in his form. And he's gonna cause a lot of trouble for Julius Randle. Like you said, he can guard the perimeter, guard the paint. They got some big guys, but again, I think the Knicks can definitely do it. We have RJ, we got Julius Randle, we got D Rose. And like you said, if Payton can start off a good Sim, give us 10 points, 12 points, that man said that's going to open up the game for everybody. Derrick Rose can get an extra few minutes of rest. And then also Derrick Rose can come in and take over whenever Payton is gone. They don't have a strong point guard play tonight. Anthony Davis really might be their best playmaker. Let's get into those passing lanes. Let's move the ball. If we move the ball, we can get this team to a little slower team, so we can definitely do that. I believe in this team. We can end this road trip going 4-2. I don't think any of us saw that coming when we saw this 6-game road trip. So if we can end this 4-2, I'm extremely happy. Then we're playing with a lot of extra house money. And let's end the season strong, Sam, and let's get ready for these playoffs. Let's go.
All right, no doubt. I thought you was passing the mic. So you passed the mic.
I'm going to pass it. Yo, listen, man, I'm going to pass it to my man G, man. Because, you know, we Giant fans. We got to stick together. We got the best roster, best team in New York. We don't care about the Bills. We don't care about the GET, whatever that last word is. We are going to kick everybody.
Whoa, wait. The what?
Yeah. You know. We're going to get to you in a minute.
Did he just spell Jet G-E-T?
Yes, he did. He did. But, you know, we'll let him do it.
So that's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
We win championships. We don't need to spell. We don't need to spell. We win championships. We don't need to spell. Floyd Mayweather don't know how to read a book.
I agree with what Isaiah said. I think tonight's game, we have to go in and play Knicks basketball. I think one of the keys is going to be in this game if the referees allow us to play physical basketball. When we're allowed to play physical basketball, we're a better team. And that's the Knicks style of basketball. I say again, the guard play is going to be crucial tonight, how they can get off. I don't want to be the pie in the sky guy, but if Mr. Payton can at least get me 10 points tonight, at least 10 points, with 0 turnovers, we're winning the game.
Oh, man.
We're winning the game because Derrick Rose is going to come in and do his thing. that he's going to come in and do his thing. I have to believe that. Anthony Davis, I will never downplay his value to the Lakers. I would never do that because he's a great basketball player. But Anthony Davis is the guy that's going to have to beat the Knicks tonight. And I don't think he can do that by himself. Honestly, I don't. I think our defense is going to come in and do what we need to do. And we're going to leave the West Coast on that charter flight after we win this game tonight. And everybody's going to be, high on life. At the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. And that's going to cause me, and that's the only reason why I'm going to be up at 1 o'clock in the morning when I know I got to go to work in this day. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm going to pass it on to Devon.
Yo, salute to the chat. Everybody up in the chat, salute to y'all. Isaiah, G-Mo, G-Man for life. Sim, you already know.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be a tough one, man. But we gonna go in there and make it happen. I mean, top three of the defense in the association, 3-point percentage, top 3 of 5 in the association. Anthony Davis and Anthony Davis, but you know what? Knicks defense, I put them up against anybody in the association. I don't care who they are. I'll put the Knicks defense up against anybody. You know what I mean? I know we don't have Emmanuel Quickly and Alex Burks, going to be a tough game, but after what I seen the other day against the Clippers, bring it on, LA. You ain't got no smoke for us. I think the Knicks will go in there and handle their business tonight, and then we go home and win them 3 games, and it's a wrap. 4 from the Eastern Conference. Let's get to the playoffs and make it happen. Salute.
Right. And G-Mo?
Oh, God.
You guys said it best, man. Fast start, disrupt AD. Randall has to pick his spots. Look, if Randall has a 15-point game, that's efficient. He has like 6, 7, 8 assists, and he's playing like, a passing Jokic. Hey, whatever the keys of the game are. The Knicks have to find another angle how to beat some of these, again, not necessarily top team, but top players, right? They're going to play with size, which we struggled with in the Nuggets game. They have AD, who was a Hall of Fame talent. So again, it's about showing different parts of your game, and I want to see that from Randall. Tonight, I want to see RJ Barrett execute. Derrick Rose, it could be tough for him, so you may have to take a few shots because I don't know if that paint's going to be open. Elfrid Payne, he has to find ways to be effective tonight. He gets to the rim. He has to find ways to finish and and have better concentration, no sloppy turnovers. Obi Toppin continue to run the floor play. Good. He's playing really well in the passing lanes. The help defense by Obi Toppin has been beautiful these past few games. Yeah, you have to find a way to get production outside of IQ and Burks and execute. When you play, and again, the team that, of course, this would happen this year, the Heat, they're finding their ways to try to play us in that first round, man. They're trying to.
Yeah, they are.
I can feel it.
Yeah, they are. I'm trying to tell you.
There's so much dread. I feel the dread off. Now, obviously, the Hawks. Yes. Well, I could feel the dread. I send the back of my mind. I know, and again, I'm happy with everything the Knicks have done this season. So all this is cherry on top. But I could just tell. I feel that the first round of the playoffs will be a slug them out, ugly fest with the Heat and the Hawks. They're gonna get mollywopped probably. I just feel like they're gonna get mollywopped, and we're gonna have to go through it. So
I believe it that we're gonna end up facing the Heat. I don't want to, but I can see it happening, and it's gonna be a. It's going to be a drag. I mean, that's why I'm rooting for the Hawks. I was glad the Hawks won last night. We need to keep them. They need to stay above the Miami Heat, stay in that fifth seed, because if the Hawks leapfrog the Wizard, if Miami leapfrogs the Hawks, then they leapfrog us because they won the tiebreaker. So we got to keep winning. Well, I don't want to say that. We got to keep winning. And if the Miami Heat, if they leapfrog the Hawks and they get into that 5th spot, if we're half a game above them, if we lose one game and we're tied, they win the tiebreaker, right? Then they got home court. So, I want the Hawks to keep winning. Of course, we got to keep winning. But anyway, I got to get out of here, guys. I got some people waiting for me in the waiting room.
Just one quick
You can't spell Jets. When you can spell Jets right, then you can say one more thing. I got to get up out of here. When you go learn how to spell Jets, and you can say one more thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. I am out of here. I don't know what he's trying to say. Yeah. Legion and Knicks tonight at 9:30. Shimo, 9:30? Legion and Knicks at 9:30, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check it out tonight. Follow along the game. You'll be on late. We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Be peaceful. Out.